All right, hello everyone. So I'm going to be going over some of the basics for if you're starting to run your business with Young Living and you're interested in, figuring out pretty much where your money's coming from, what the different terms are, and how it all works. This is going to be going over enroller versus sponsor. I'll touch on strategic placement. I'm also going to be going over commissions and bonuses, pretty much the difference between those and where they're coming from, and how they will show up on your check when you have a sign up, or have a sign up. um, so I'm going to go ahead and start this, get right into it because I have a lot to cover and I don't want this video to be too long. So let's go with the enroller versus sponsor. First, the enroller. That is the person that introduced and enrolled you into Young Living, and they enroll members. Okay, retail customers don't have an enroller. Only Young Living members, those that have bought a premium starter kit or a basic starter kit, have enrollers. Okay, so that's just the person that signed you up. Okay, they are the person that receives the bonuses. All right, and there's two different bonuses. There is the Start Living bonus and the Fast Start bonus. Okay, so remember, this is simply for the person that's the enroller. Now, I'm doing this separately, and you'll see why later when I talk about strategic placement. But for right now, if you're just starting out, you're probably signing people up as the enroller and you're the sponsor as well. So all of these things will be combined. But later on, like I said, when I talk about placing people, you will understand then why I'm breaking it down and doing it separately. And it's easier to learn it that way in the long run. So, um, to talk about the Start Living bonus. This bonus is for if you sign up someone and they buy a premium starter kit, you get an automatic $25 for that. All right, this is only for a premium starter kit. Okay, then you also have the Fast Start bonus. This is equal to 25% of their PV for the first 3 months. That's if you're to this level where you're watching this video, you probably already know what PV is, but that's personal value. Majority of the products with Young Living have a PV that's equal to their cost, but not everything does. One of the things that doesn't have an equal PV to cost is the starter kit. Um, Basic starter kits have a zero PV and their cost is $45. Premium starter kits, no matter what diffuser you get, have a PV of 100. So if you sign someone up with a basic starter kit, you will not get the Start Living bonus because that is only for premium starter kits. And you will not receive anything as far as the Fast Start bonus because the PV of a basic starter kit is zero. Okay. Um, Now, if you sign someone up with, oh my goodness, all these dings going on. I'm sorry if you can hear that. Um, Anyways, the PV of a premium starter kit is 100, like I said. So 25% of 100 is 25. And so that's where you get that $50. Okay. Everybody tells you, sign up a person, you get $50 as a start. Well, that's how it's broken down. Okay. This is for the first 3 months. Um, Now, in order to get these bonuses, you yourself have to have spent 50 PV in that month. Now, that shouldn't be too hard because you should be in Essential Rewards, and the minimum to be able to qualify for Essential Rewards monthly is 50 PV. So, if you're naturally in Essential Rewards, you're already going to be hitting this requirement. And that way, if you sign someone up with a premium starter kit, you're automatically going to get these bonuses. All right. So I'm going to break it down for you real quick as far as how your checks will actually look. If I could speak properly. Um, Month one. So say you sign somebody up 100 PV right there for that premium starter kit. Get that start living bonus of that $25 automatically. And then the fast start bonus is the 25% of that 100 PV, which is 25, meaning your check is $50. Okay. Month two, just to show, how it goes on for the next month. The person that you just signed up, your tier one or your level one downline, they spent 190 PV. That 190 because they decided they wanted to get whatever the bonus was for the promo for that month. So they spend 190 PV in their essential rewards. You are still going to get that fast start bonus of 25% of that 190 PV, which comes out to 47.50. So your check is now 47.50. Okay. And then that will go on for the next month as well, depending on however much they spend for that month. You'll get another 25%. Okay. After that third month, your bonuses will end. Okay. You will no longer receive that fast start bonus for that tier one downline. Okay. So next, let's go on to the sponsor. The sponsor is the person that will train and educate. It's the initial contact person for any questions that you have. That's the immediate upline. So if you look at you personally, you watching the video, think of who your sponsor is. That is probably the person that you contact the most about any questions that you have as far as usage, as far as business, any kind of questions you have with Young Living. That should be who your sponsor is. So the sponsor is the person that gets the commission. All right. So bonuses are separate from commission. Okay. A sponsor's downline will consist of Young Living members and also retail customers. Okay. That first tier downline, you earn 8% of your members' PV. And for retail customers, you are getting 24% of their purchase. So as you all know, one of the perks of becoming a wholesale member is that you are saving 24% off of retail. Um, but the cool thing about Young Living is that even if you have somebody sign up under you as a retail customer, you you're not losing out on anything really. That person, is buying at the retail cost, but that extra, 24% that they're spending is coming straight to you. So don't feel like, you're losing out if somebody just wants to do retail. They want to do retail, say, go ahead. Go ahead and try it out. Maybe, later on down the line, they're going to realize, I should probably go ahead and sign up and become a wholesale member. Um, and tell them you'll save money. They'll realize it once they start buying. But having a retail customer under you isn't all bad. Okay, you're still going to make money off of them. PV requirement to get the commissions is 100 PV for your Young Living members. Okay, for that downline that are actual distributors, actual members of Young Living, you have to spend 100 PV to get that commission. Now, for retail customers, you only have to spend the 50 PV. Okay, so um, there's that distinction right there. Now, the next part I'm going to go over is going to kind of break down how a check kind of goes, or how it's broken down when you first get a check, because I first received my check and it said 5240, and I had no idea what that extra 240 was. I just kind of was like, well, I guess it's just something else that they threw in there. Who knows? But I'm going to show you where $2.40 comes from. Okay, because I've already spoke about the $50 that you get from the bonuses as an enroller. But if you're also the person's sponsor, you're going to get an additional 240, and that's from commission. Now you're probably like, okay, well, 8% of 100 PV isn't $2.40. Well, it's not, and there's a reason for that. During the first 3 months of a new member's account, while they're doing that fast start bonus, the eligible PV for commission is reduced by 70%. Okay, so remember, fast start bonus, you're already earning 25% of their PV for the first 3 months. Okay, and that bonus. So they're like, hey, we're already giving you that much. Let's, reduce that commission side. Okay, meaning month one, they bought that premium starter kit, which was 100 PV. Well, only 30 PV is eligible for commission. All right. So 8% of 30 is 240. Hence why your check is 5240. Okay. Now, let's skip forward to month 4. They are no longer giving you that fast start bonus on them. So now 100% of their PV is now eligible for commission. Okay. So that first tier downline, say they order 250 PV. So you're going to take 8% of the 250. Now your check is $20. Okay? So say if this was the same person, your first month bonuses and commission wise was 5240. Month 2, they are 4750 for that PV. Let's find out what would your commission be. The 4750 was their PV, but you only get 30% of that, which will be, so 30%. Let me scroll down. Okay, just making sure, just double checking. All right, 30% of that 4750 equals to 1425, and you do 8% of that. So your commission would be 114 off of this month's order. I mean, $1.14. Okay. So your check would be 47.50 bonus wise plus $1.14 commission wise. Okay. We'll skip month 3 because I didn't put anything for month 3. But then as far as month 4 goes, this is what you're going to get if they spend 250 because you're no longer getting the bonuses. Okay. So let's just move on because I want to go ahead and get this video done with. When you first start to sign up new members, you will be the enroller and the sponsor. All right. So a lot of you watching this video, that's probably how you are with a lot of your downline. You're the enroller and the sponsor. So you're going to receive bonuses and commissions on your checks. And I pretty much just went over that as far as how that will look. Now, let's get on to strategic placement because eventually there comes a time when you no longer can handle to sponsor any more people. Because remember, sponsors should be teaching and training, and it can get overwhelming. So, what do you do to help build a stronger group and not overwhelm yourself? You use strategic placement. All right. So just imagine, you're getting these nice checks from all these signups, and you're just like, yeah, I want to put them all under me. I want to earn all that commission. You know, if you keep doing that, eventually it's going to be a lot. You're going to have, 15, 20 people under you asking you questions every day, trying to, they need help with the business side of things. It will get overwhelming. Some people maybe you can handle it, but I'm telling you this: if you have all those people under you, it's gonna get a little harder for you to really properly teach and train them. Okay, um, and really, it shouldn't. When you're with Young Living, it shouldn't be all about making money. Um, it's a wonderful perk. I will say that you can make some good money, but it should not all be about money. If you're in this only for money, then I believe your downline will eventually suffer because you're more so trying to make money as opposed to teach, um, and really educate and train them, so that they can become business builders and also train and teach. Um, if you don't have a good teacher, then you yourself won't be a good teacher, I feel. Um, so What we want to talk about is strategic placement. What is strategic placement? It is when you enroll a member but use someone in your downline as their sponsor. Okay? So, like I said, say, it depends on what you want to do personally. I am personally working towards the goal of having 6 active members below me in my downline that are buying, 100 PV a month. They're actively buying. That's what I want to work for. It'd be wonderful if I can have 6 active downline that are also business builders. That's what I want to do. I want to work towards that magical number of 6. Some want to work towards 10. It's all up to you, but I would recommend at least doing 6. Okay. Once you get to that point, then you want to start putting people underneath your downline and making those people tier 2 people. Instead of signing them under you and making them a tier 1 or level 1, you want to now make them a level 2. And there's, you know, let me go on to this. Just so if you're going to do that, if you're putting somebody underneath somebody else, you're not going to be losing out on much, okay? So don't be afraid to do that. Don't think, oh, I'm going to lose out on so much money by doing that. You're not. You will still receive the fast start bonus and the start living bonus for the first 3 months because you are still the enroller. Just because you're giving up that sponsorship doesn't mean you're giving up your bonuses, okay? You're still going to get the bonuses. And you're actually still going to be getting commission, but you're just going to be getting commission because off of a 5% rate because they are your second level. Okay. Your first level downline, you receive 8%. Your second level downline, you receive 5%. Okay. So that's the only thing you're losing out on. All right. It's that little 3%. So, but in the long run, it's going to help you. So that's why I'm going to go on. Like, why would we want to do this? In order to gain ranks like executive and higher, you're eventually, you may be a distributor, or you're maybe you're star right now, you're working towards senior star. Um, in order to move up from senior star to executive, you have to have legs. Now, a leg is having a tier 1, a level 1 person below you, and then having a person below them as well. Okay? Um, and then that tier 1 person has to spend a minimum of 100 PV to qualify as a leg. Okay? So it's 2 people that are directly under you. Someone signed up under you and they're a level 1, and then someone signed up under them and now they are a level 2 to you. But you have to make sure your level 1 is spending 100 PV in order to qualify as a leg. If they are not spending 100 PV, they will not qualify. Okay? And it's good to go ahead and start off trying to make legs as early as you can because you don't want to get all the way up to senior star and not have any legs yet. And just then try to start building. Go ahead and start building that foundation now if you can. Okay. Um, Another thing I was, kind of interesting. Say you have a tier 1 person that buys monthly but is not interested in selling. Then you can strategically place someone under them to make a leg. Because hey, they're already buying, if especially if they're buying 100 PV every month, but they don't want to sell. They're not interested in that. Like I personally was that way. I didn't want to sell, but I was definitely buying every month. Easily, I was spending, $300. I mean, 250, depending on what the promos were. I was definitely buying every month, but I was not trying to put anybody under me. I wasn't trying to sell. So I was a perfect candidate to have somebody strategically placed under me so that my upline could have a leg. All right. Um, or, even, if you have someone that's eager to sell, but maybe they're not having much luck, this is also a great way to kind of help them, give them that push. Because I will say, I've started probably in the last 2 months trying to really sell. Um, and it was getting kind of, you know, I was feeling, kind of down about it because I wasn't having anybody sign up. I'm not a salesperson. I already told you, I started off, I didn't want to sell. And so when I finally did decide to sell, I was like, ugh, I was getting discouraged because I'm not a salesman. Um, and so it was nice. It's nice to be like, my upline's like, you know what, I'm gonna start putting people under you because you're trying really hard. So I don't. She was like, I don't need anybody else anymore. So if I have somebody else that wants to sign up, I'm putting them under you. To give you that little push. And I was like, that's wonderful. That gives me that little push to keep going. Um, and also, I will say, if you have somebody that's under you that's just a habitual 50 PV member, it'll give them a reason to step up to 100 because you're gonna be like, hey, uh, I'm gonna put these people under you. In order for you to earn commission and earn you a check, go ahead and start doing the 100 PV so you can start making some money back. So that's a great way to do that too. Um, because for me, I was even thinking, maybe I'll just go ahead and start doing 50 PV. I don't have anybody under me to earn commission, so why spend all this money? I wish I had known that in the beginning, because I mean, I love my collection though. I'm very proud of my collection, but really, all that time, I didn't have to spend that much. But I was interested in the oils. They were working for me. I wanted to buy that much. Nobody told me, nobody had a gun to my head telling me I had to spend that much. So, it's whatever. But I really didn't need to. Now, but once you get people under you that are buying and they're earning you commission, just, you're going to want to spend that 100 PV so you can earn it. So, anyways, that gives them an incentive to spend a little more because, hey, earning 8% of 100 is better than 8% of 50. So the last part I'm going to go over is kind of, I don't really remember what I was going at with this, but I guess I'll just kind of talk about legs and upline, downline, that kind of stuff. So here's you. This is you. This is your downline. This is your level 1 downline right here. This is your level 2 downline. Level 1, you are earning 8% commission. Level 2, you're earning 5% commission. Now, as far as this goes, which ones are legs? This one is a leg because you have your level 1, level 2, and then your level 1 has spent at least 100 PV. All right? So this is a leg. All right? This is not a leg because this person is not spending 100 PV. Okay, this is not a leg. They spent over the 100 PV, but they don't have anyone under them. All right, so you only have technically one leg. All right. Now, say you find, let's think of it like this. There's already, you already have 6, 10, however many people under you, but we're just looking at a little chunk here. And you have somebody that, is talking to you and they're like, hey, I want to sign up. I want to sign up now. You're like, okay. You may, in your head, you're like, okay, I don't need anybody else under me specifically. But I do still want to get those bonuses, obviously. So what you do, you're going to strategically place them somewhere. So you still will get the bonus because you're going to enroll this new person. But you're going to put them underneath someone and make one of these people a sponsor. So you have to decide. This is one of those things where you have to decide who do you want to be a sponsor. You could put them over here because they're spending enough money. But why? They're already a leg. There's no sense in putting them over here. Um, you could put them here. And I will say this right here. It's very important to know your downline. And you don't want to just sign people up and never talk to them. Unless if that's their preference, never talk to you. That's them. But otherwise, if you're able to talk to your downline, talk to them. Figure out what's going on in their life. Because there may be a reason why they're only spending PV. Maybe they signed up and maybe they told you, hey, all I can afford is 50 PV. I can't afford anything more. But I still want to be able to do this, but all I can do is 50 PV. If that's their case, then you probably don't want to put them underneath them, because then you're not going to make a leg, because no matter what, this person's only going to be spending that 50 PV. Um, Now, if they're saying, hey, the person below me, they're not buying anything. So there's no point in me spending anything more than 50. If you know that, then maybe put somebody underneath them. Because putting someone underneath them that's a buyer may then all of a sudden encourage this person to buy 100 PV. Okay, so it's good to know your people. Um, but say we're in the case of this person just does not want to do the 50, doesn't want to do any more than 50. Your best bet will be to go over here. This person, they're active, they're interested, maybe they're even a business builder. They're trying to work. They're buying all this to help their business. This would be a great candidate for somebody to have to place someone under them, because then this will be a leg. Okay. Um, and actually, real quick before I end the video, in this video, I want to touch on how commission can roll up. Say this person, they're only doing that 50 PV, but they have a friend, family member that wants to sign up, and so they sign up under them. They're like, I'll sign you up, make some money off of you. So they have another person come in. This person decides they want to spend $200. Now remember, they're spending 50 PV. This new person down here is only spending is spending 200. This is still not a leg, okay? But what happens is this person right here, if they're only spending 50 PV, they're not going to earn commission, okay? So any commission that they would have earned from this person that they signed up that's spending 200 is going to just skip over them and go to you. All right. So commission works that way, where a commission will roll up to the nearest person that qualifies for it. So, say they signed up under here, they spent 200. It's that commission would naturally go to them, but they don't qualify, so it goes up to you, as long as you are spending that 100 PV. Okay, so that's an interesting thing to learn also about commissions. Um, and I think that's pretty much all I want to go over. Um, so yeah, I hope this kind of answered some questions. I went over a little faster because I did this video one time before and it was like almost an hour long, and I didn't want to make you guys sit for that much time. If there's anything that I kind of went over too fast, or maybe you just didn't understand it or something, feel free to comment below. I check the YouTube page quite often, so if you have any questions, comment below and I'll get right to you. Um, Also, you want to check out our group page, which is the oil slick. Um, Check out the group page. I personally have a Facebook page called Oils with Amber. You can also check that out. Um, but yeah, make sure you subscribe. Please thumbs up the video if it was informative for you. Um, and yeah, so guys, I hope you learned something. Otherwise, I will see you guys around in the next video, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.